Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday afternoon, August 5th, and we're looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. What a bizarre little day. Volume right now is under 39 million. We did 41 million with the after hours yesterday. The way this volume was today, we'll be lucky to beat that. We end with a perfect POC, 13 for 13 wide, very rare. We go out, believe it or not, with a price probe to the downside. Yes, to the downside. Considering we got into that huge gap from February 4th again, or 24th, whatever it was. It's the 24th. And we failed to fill it by 19 cents. It was over 600 ticks. They got into it again, failed by 19. Yet we still have today's gap and the monthly and weekly gap below that. What is going on with these buyers that they just can't get that done? M period cost me the majority of my day. We'll go over that in a little bit because I kind of put my money where my mouth was and then got out. And boy, what transpired afterwards really left me kind of fuming. No tempo, no volume, no nothing. I only did trades in B and D, but I did about 4 or 5 of them in each time frame, which gave me a good morning. And then I didn't do anything until that M trade because there was just nothing happening. So I did nothing in A when we gapped higher. B period, once we started one time framing up, I took 331 calls, and again, I played against today's expiration. I did 331 calls that expired today based on the fact that we never got back down to the open and based on the fact we were one time framing up. So every pullback I got long, every push higher I got out of them, just looking to fill the gap. I probably did it at least 3 times. Then I did that again in D period. Well, actually, I think it started in C and it continued into D. I did that about 4 times with the 332 calls. And again, they worked out. It wasn't anything spectacular, but I was sitting on a nice morning in just those 2 time frames. And then the boredom just started, right? We flushed out. Didn't expect E to flush out. In fact, E period looked like it was going to get the high. And then all of a sudden did a quick jerk down, took out D's low, and I just watched it. And they pushed low in E, F, and G. But it was just, I could have gotten long, especially once we got back above the opening, but there was no tempo, no nothing. We did get back to POC. That was a long that you could have taken. Again, I watched IJK. Like the more we start going up, the more I think we're going to either get the day's high or flush out. So what happened? We had a reversal bar. Down we go. L push lower. M period, though, and here's where I got into trouble. I didn't expect a reversal bar in M, especially since we took it out to the upside first. I thought, okay, we should now go get the high. Well, what happened? M started coming in. As it came in, I started buying 332 calls. I got it to the point where my average price was 17 cents because they were expiring today, and I had a decent size. Well, lo and behold, when it started flushing, it got down, I got out of them. The majority of them at around 6 cents. I was like, well, we made a price probe. I did not expect then what M did. Not only did we have a reversal bar, it was a double reversal bar. We took out L's high, took out L's low, and then went back and took out L's high and almost went to a price probe. One thing I have never seen since I've been trading the SPY, ever, is to take out the day's low and the day's high in M period. And we've had some small ranges in the past during summertime trading. Now, we still haven't done it because it didn't happen, but boy, oh boy, did we get close. And those calls that I was long at an average price of 17 and sold at 6 went to 35 cents. So, that's the way it is, folks. I still ended green on the day, but I gave back the majority of the day because I tried to put my money where my mouth was. Do you see how erratic M period can be? We almost made our own entire range in M period today. So you have to take M with a grain of salt at times. All right, upside destinations. Now this one's going to blow your mind. We closed at 332.11. You know what my first destination is to the upside? A's low, because that's the price probe. 331.23. Yes, because the day ended, doesn't matter. We closed, almost $1 higher. We have to see where A period opens tomorrow. So your first destination to the upside is A's low of 331.23. That is your price probe. Then above that, we don't have anything to today's high of 332.39. And then maybe if Superman, Batman, Spider-Man all come to the buyer's rescue, we can fill the rest of that 19-point gap. Boy, am I tired talking of that gap. Then we have the afternoon rally high of 334.82 from February 21st, 335.81 daily high. And in the single prints, 337.26 get filled at 55 from February 20th. For the downside, we have our perfect POC of 331.87. That's Jay's low from today. Very rare we see it. Well, we got it. Then we have today's low of 331.18 and then filling the gap of 330.06. So that's a 112-point gap. Not a bad size. Then below that, we have 329.66, the price probe from yesterday, which obviously held very nicely. 329.04, which was 10 wide, which is a nice naked POC. And then yesterday's low of 327.86. I won't even talk about the other two gaps below us. And then let's get to the charts. And before I get to the charts, as I'm getting to them, I had a company I'd like you all to check out and go to Starter Story, StarterStory, STARTER, story.com. That's one word. That does stories on startup companies, and they did a nice one on me, and I'm actually featured on the front of their front page. So I'd appreciate if you check it out and tell your friends and family about it. And if you like what I do here, come join us at CamelbackTrading.org, because we really have a great group, up to 150 members, and growing every day. Experienced, inexperienced, people with profile, people learning profile. It's an awesome thing. And I'm going to be doing a webinar a week from Saturday on GoToMeeting.com. So if you have an interest, private message me on Twitter, here on YouTube, wherever you want, or Paul at CamelbackTrading.org, and I'll give you the information. Okay, monthly. Monthly keeps going up. The only thing stopping SPY and ES from getting their all-time highs, which, by the way, is in the overnight, is this gap that refuses to die. It just refuses to die. This chicken is pecking me to death for months now on this gap. Weekly. Look, here's a nice gap. Here's that big gap that we can't fill. You know the story with that. If we get it, we get the all-time high. And the same with the daily. Right? Gap here, and here's the other gap there. Now, quickly, because I didn't look at it all day, I want to see what's going on in the triple Qs, because, boy, they lead in the market. So, they closed at 271.05. The high of this 4-week balance is 269.79. So, once again, for now, so far, they've gone bull, balance, back to bull. And the only reason I'm telling you this, at some point, I don't think SPY is going to catch up to the triple Qs. I think triple Qs are going to come back and roll over as we go to them to make a new high. So that's the main reason I'm telling you that. And the second reason is I am absolutely looking at some point to take some kind of swing trade in triple Qs. I've never traded it before. Looking for this to finally go balance and then roll out to the downside. That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, I hope you had a great day trading. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.